In the last video, we finished up with the Carl Pearson's correlation coefficient. That was the last thing we did from the uh, same chapter, correlation coefficient. We just concluded Carl Pearson's correlation coefficient. Today, we are going to discuss uh, different measurement of correlation coefficient, that is the rank correlation or Spearman's rank correlation coefficient. It is bit different than the Carl Pearson's correlation coefficient, since in this technique we use the rank of the given data of two variables to calculate the correlation between the two variables, unlike in the Carl Pearson's correlation coefficient where we use the given data as it is itself. So first we'll see the steps to calculate the rank correlation coefficient. So there are two types of problems that you may have. In the first type, you may be given the exact rank of the data of the two variables, or in the type of problem where you are given the rank itself, or you may be given a second type of problem where you are not given the rank of the series or series of data. So in case if you are given the rank, or in case if the ranks are given, you avoid the first step, you straight away proceed to the second step. And if you are not given the rank, that is if the rank is not given, then what you do, you first follow this step, that is assign ranks to various items of the two series if the ranks are not given. So in your series of data, both x and y, you might already be given the ranks of the different items or different observations. So if that is so, you will not have to consider this uh, criteria or this step. But if the ranks are not given and you are simply given the value of the two series or the value of the observations, what you do, you find the rank of the different observations. So if the to the highest observation you assign rank 1, to the second highest observation you assign rank 2, to the third highest observation you assign rank 3, and so on and so on. And the once you find the rank, the second step is to find the differences of the ranks, that is D. So to find the correlation coefficient, you are always dealing with two variables. Let us suppose x and y. If we are already given the ranks of x and y, we just subtract the rank of y from the rank of x. And if we are not given the ranks, what we do first, we arrange the observation, we find out the rank of different observations, and then what we do, we find the differences of the rank, that is we subtract the rank of y from the rank of x. These steps will be more clearer to you, or it will be more clear to you once we move on to the example section. Now the third step is to find the square of the differences. So if the difference is d, that is equal to d1 minus d2, where d1 is the rank of x and d2 is the rank of y. So d is equal to d1 minus d2, that is rank of x minus rank of y. The third step is to find the square of d. So we will find the square of this value, and the final step is to put the values in the formula. What is the formula? R is the correlation coefficient, is equal to 1 minus 6 summation d square divided by n cube minus n, where summation d square is the sum of all the values of d square and n is the number of observations. So let us now move on to the examples so that we don't have a problem in solving the we don't have a problem in understanding these steps, and we can understand these steps more comprehensively. So as we already discussed, there are two kinds of problems that we may have to deal with when we are finding the rank correlation coefficient. The first type is where the ranks are given, and the second type is where the ranks are not given. So we'll discuss one example from each type for today's video. So let us consider a situation where the actual ranks are given. So of the two types of problem, we are now considering the first type where the actual rank are given. Actual ranks are given. So let us take an example, a question. Following are the ranks obtained by the students, by 8 students in economics and mathematics. Find the rank correlation coefficient. So the ranks of the students in economics and statistics are given. We are just told to find the correlation coefficient between the two. So the first one is economics and the second one is statistics. So these are the ranks of 8 students. The first student ranks second in economics, one in statistics. The second student ranks 1 in economics, 3 in statistics. The third student ranks 4th in economics, 2nd in statistics, and so on. So what do? First we take a column where we take the rank of economics, that is R1. So rank in economics R1, rank in statistics R2. We just copy down the given ranks for each student. So the first set of data is 2145376 So these are the ranks of 8 students in economics. 2145376 and R2 is the rank of same 8 students in statistics, that is given here 1327568 So since we are already given the rank, we need not consider the first step that we had discussed, and we can straight away proceed to the second step. What was the second step? We need to find out the difference between the two ranks. That is D. What is D? D is equal to R1 minus R2, or if we take this as D1 and D2, it will be D1 minus D2. Here we have taken as R1 and R2, so D will be equal to R1 minus R2, the difference between the two ranks. You can either way also take R2 minus R1. It doesn't make any difference. It is your own convenience. So here I have taken R1 minus R2. So 2 minus 1 is 1, 1 minus 3 is minus 2, 4 minus 2 is 2, 5 minus 7 is minus 2, 3 minus 5 is minus 2, 7 minus 6 is 1, 6 minus 8 is minus 2, 8 minus 4 is 4. So now we have our D, very easy, very simple. We just subtracted this from this. For each set of data we got our D, that is R1 minus R2, and the third step was for us to take the square of D, that is D square. Here what we do, we just take a square of these numbers. So square of 1 is 1, square of minus 2 is 4, square of 2 is 4, square of minus 2 is 4, square of minus 2 is 4, square of 1 is 1, square of minus 2 is 4, and square of 4 is 16. We add all this up, we get, what do we get? We get summation D square. So if you add all this up, you will get 38. So summation D square is equal to 38. Next step, very easy, we just put the value in the formula. What was the formula we discussed? R is equal to 1 minus summation 6 summation D square divided by n cube minus n. What is summation d square? Summation d square is this. What is n in our case? Number of observations. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 observations, or we are already given in the question that we are dealing with the ranks of 8 students. So 8 n will be equal to 8. So it is equal to 1 minus 6 into summation d square is 38. So 6 into 38 divided by 8 cube minus 8. It will be equal to, we take 8 common here, it will be equal to 1 minus 6 into 38, 8 common, it will be equal to 8 square minus 1. So if we simplify it, we will get 1 minus 6 into 38 divided by 8 into 8 square minus 1, it will be equal to 1 minus 228 divided by 504. You can use your calculator to calculate it. Very simple. It will be equal to 504 minus 228 divided by 504. We take the LCM as 504, multiply 1 by 504, it will be 504 minus 228. So it will be equal to 504 minus 228 will be equal to 276, and we have 504 in our denominator, it will remain as it is. So 276 divided by 504 will be equal to 0.55. So our correlation coefficient or our rank correlation coefficient here is equal to 0.55. Very easy, very simple. Let us now try another example where the ranks are not given. So when ranks are not given, the question is find the rank correlation coefficient for the following data of marks obtained by 10 students in mathematics and statistics. So we are given a question where there are 10 students and their marks in mathematics and statistics are given. Their marks are given, their ranks are not given. So it is a case where when the ranks are not given. So you are given the roll numbers. Roll number just acts like the serial number. There is no need for the roll number when you are doing the sum. It only acts as a serial number that you might not be using while doing the sum. It is of no concern to you. So marks in maths is given for all the 10 students, and marks in statistics are also given for the same 10 students. So for roll number 1, marks in maths is 80, marks in statistics is 85. For roll number 2, marks in maths is 38, marks in statistics is 50, and so on for 10 students. So how do we solve it? So again, what we do, the first column we write marks in maths, we take it as X. We copy the marks of 10 students down here like this. So 80, 38, 95, 30, 74, so on. We have taken it like this. We have just copied it down. So what was the first step in our instruction? We assign ranks to the different values given in the series. So we have to assign ranks to all these marks given here uh, for the marks in mathematics. So we make a second column, that is rank. We take it as D1. You can also take it as R1. There is no difference as such. So now we find the highest marks. The highest marks here is 95. We assign the rank 1 here because it is the highest, it will get 1. So now we will find the second highest, that is after 95, the second highest is 92. We will assign the rank 2 here. Now we will find the third highest. There is no more in the row of 90. We move on to the row of 80. So the third highest is 84. We assign the rank 3 here. After 84, the fourth highest is 80. So we assign the rank 4 here. The fifth highest is 74. We assign the rank 5 here. The sixth highest is 66. We assign the rank 6 here. After that, it is 60. It will be 7. After that it is 40, it will be 8. After that it is 38, it will be 9. And the minimum one is 30, so it will be the lowest in the rank, that will be 10. So this much is done. Now again we will copy the marks in statistics of the student. We will take it as y, marks in statistics. We will copy these marks down here: 85, 50, 92, 58, 70, 65, 88, 56, 52, 46. We copied it down, and then we will again assign ranks to these marks. For every student we will write it as D2, or we will signify it by D2. We can also write, we could also write it as R1 and R2, but since we are using D1 here, we will write D2 here for our convenience. You could also write here this as R1, this you would have written as R2. That is your discretion, you can use anything. So the highest marks here is 92. We assign the rank 1 here. The second highest here is 88. We'll assign 2 here. The third highest here is 85. We'll assign 3 here. The fourth highest is 70. We'll assign 4 here. The fifth highest is 65. We'll assign 5 here. The sixth highest is 58. We'll assign 6 here. The seventh highest is 56. We'll assign 7 here. The 8th highest is 52, we will assign 8 here. The 9th highest is 50, we will assign 9 here. And the 10th highest, or the least minimum marks, is 60. So the lowest rank will be this as 10. So our next step, what was it? We find the difference in both the ranks, that is D will be equal to D1 minus D2, or the difference in the rank of X to the difference in the rank of Y, or the difference between the rank of X and the rank of Y. So 4 minus 3, it will be 1, since D is equal to D1 minus D2. 4 minus 3, it will be equal to 1. I repeat again, the D will be equal to the difference between the rank of 1 and the rank of X to the rank of Y, or it will be D1 minus D2, or rank of X minus rank of Y. So 4 minus 3 will be 1, 9 minus 9 will be 0, 1 minus 1 will be 0, 10 minus 6 will be 4, 5 minus 4 will be 1, 3 minus 5 will be minus 2, 2 minus 2 will be 0, 7 minus 7 will be 0, 6 minus 8 will be minus 2, 8 minus 10 will be minus 2. So we found out D. Now our next step will be to find out D square, that is the square of this value. So we make another column, that is D square, and we take a square of it. So 1 square is 1, 0 square is 0, 0 square is 0, 4 square is 16, 1 square is 1, minus 2 square is 4, 0 square is 0, 0 square is again 0, minus 2 square is 4, minus 2 square is again 4. So as we have found out D square here, we can add this up together to find summation D square, or summation D square will be the sum of all these values. So summation D square is equal to 1 minus 1 plus 16 plus 1 plus 4 plus 4 plus 4 is equal to 30. So now we already have n that is equal to 10, since we are given 10 students, and we also have our D square. We can easily find out our rank correlation coefficient by putting the values in the formula. So R is equal to 1 minus 6 summation D square divided by n cube minus n is equal to 1 minus 6 into summation D square is equal to 30. 6 into 30 divided by n is equal to 10. So n cube minus n is 10 cube minus 10. So 6 into 30 will be equal to 180. 10 cube, we will take 10 common, it will be 10 into 10 minus 1. It will be 10 into 10 square minus 1. I'm sorry. So it will be 1 minus 180 divided by 10 into 10 square minus 1. So 10 square is equal to 100. So it will be 10 into 100 minus 1. So it is equal to 1 minus 180 divided by 10 into 100 minus 1 is 99. So 1 minus 180 divided by 10 into 99 is equal to 1 minus 180 divided by 990. 0 gets cancelled. We cancel it by 9. 9 2s are 18. 9 11s are 99. So it will be 2 by 11. So it will be equal to 1 minus 2 by 11. We take the LCM is equal to 11. 1 into 11 is 11 minus 2, that will be equal to 9 divided by 11, that will be equal to 0.818. That is our rank correlation coefficient. So our rank correlation coefficient will be 0.818. Very easy, very basic, very simple. You just have to put the values in the formula. The values, the calculations are also very simple, and you can do it easily if you follow the instructions carefully. So we'll do this much for today's video. We'll discuss about the situation where the ranks are repeated in the next video. It is as similar to this, but there are small developments with the formula that we will discuss in the later video. Thank you.